Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up and Larry Jones. Go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. Anything I say, especially on today's episode, is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. Beware of spam in the comment section, okay? I'm going to talk about a stock that I am about to sell. I haven't sold it yet, but I'm going to open up this discussion. It's going to be very controversial for a lot, but it's going to help a lot of you guys, all right? But before I get into that, I just want to talk about this 20 to 1, 24-1 stock split that Amazon is doing. Google did the same thing, right? The best time to take advantage of that is at the announcement, because right at the announcement, there's generally a run up, right? And then you sell. I got in and out of that position in no time. I get these notices soon as they come up. I'm subscribed to a whole bunch of publications. CNBC is one of them, so I get it soon as they announce it. I buy it, post market, and I sell on the run up. Okay, so for those of you that's chasing that bull has ran. Generally, these have actually hours or 1 day run up and then they kind of pull back. Not like the old days, okay? Remember, Google did this earlier. Then there was a sell-off in this type of market. Back in the old days, 2020, back when 2021, back when Tesla did it and Apple did it, Tesla and Apple did it, it worked in their favor, right? It worked in Tesla's favor, and it continued to run up until the stock split. Things have changed now. The stock market have changed more in 2020 than it has over the last 20 years, and so now I wouldn't be chasing it right now. You just got to look at Amazon based on the fundamentals of Amazon, all right? So, but it was a really big deal because all it does is, if you say, hey, Larry, give me $1, I give you $1. You say, hey, Larry, give me $1, I give you 20 nickels. What's the difference? Nothing. It's still $1. But if you say, hey, I'm broke, I need to hold something, then instead of me giving you $1, I can give you one of those nickels. So that means that you can afford the same thing as you being able to afford a few shares. But because of the growth of fractional shares, it's really no big deal. Doesn't make the stock or the company worth more money. All right. Just wanted to get that out of the way. But I also want to talk about the stock that I'm probably going to sell yet again for a loss. So I want to talk about not just the wins and all of that. I want to have the difficult talks now, because when you learn these principles right now, and you, especially for those of you that are new and you really get to rolling really hot, these are going to help you a lot. So you guys saw I made a video, and this is actually a segment of my class. I know I'm just taking my time with this class. I keep making it to where everybody can understand it. The ultimate beginners, okay? But I'm going to play you a segment of one of the classes because I played it for you guys before. Now, that stock, here we go again, is NIO, right? So I haven't made up my mind 100%. I'm just putting this out there right now. America has a requirement when it comes to foreign traded companies. A lot of the tech companies, foreign traded tech companies, are getting beat up today. And because they haven't had their paperwork done for delisting, okay? You guys remember back last summer, I sold all of my NIO, right? I got out of NIO, sold it all because I was tired of what I call the Chinese FUD. Sometimes it comes from China's side, sometimes it comes from America's side, okay? So now it's from America, but it's affecting Chinese companies. Unfortunately, there's something called guilt by association. Now, do you think NIO is, in fear of being delisted? The truth be told, for me personally, is no. They have complied in the past. I believe they're in compliance now, but I just don't like the fear. Fact be told, I am going to be buying some NEO, but I'm going to be buying it on the Hong Kong market. So that's why, you'll see an extra link below called Moomoo, and I'm actually going to be buying it because I think it's a great company and there's a lot of money to be made on it. So now I believe I am going to sell it. I have not sold it as of this point. I want to let this period go by, but I also want to be, hey, letting you guys know what I'm doing. So if you say, hey, Larry, what's going on with your NEO stock? I don't have to tell you guys. I just don't have to answer the question and don't do it. But I don't sleep good, when I'm not like that, transparent. So I talked about getting in. Remember, I only got back in for a swing trade leading up to NEO Day, and I got caught, right? And so here we go with the FUD yet again, all right? So I just don't like it, all right? This is me. Now, remember, I'm not suggesting that you do anything. This is just for discussion. You do what's for you. Remember, I teach, don't do like I do. I just teach so you guys could learn different ways to make money. And this is not get like me, and everybody is responsible for their own moves, okay? But I just want to shine a light on how do I roll out of position. So now you say, hey, Larry, are you just going to just take a hit and roll out of a position? I'm going to share with you, let me just play that right now. I'm going to share with you what happened last time, and this actually worked for me, okay? So I want you guys to listen to this. Okay? But here's something that Larry does, and this is something that I do, and I do it very rarely, but when I have done it, it's worked really good for me. So now, in our minds, if we're down in a particular stock or crypto, we emotionally feel like we have to make money back in that stock or that crypto. Not so. There has been times when I lost money and I didn't see the recovery within that position, but I saw room to run in another positions. Now I've done one of two things. Sometimes I'll sell at a loss in this stock and move that money into a stock that I know is about to explode. Like I'm thinking this stock is going to go up 50, 60, 70% in a short period of times. So there's times where I've taken this loss of 25%, moved it into another stock and literally made 50% in a matter of weeks and sometimes days. And that's an extremely calculated move. And I would only, a week before was called NEO Day. And in NEO Day, generally the stock runs up. So I was going to try a buy the rumor, sell the news move, meaning I purchased the stock. Let me show you what I did. So to go back and recap, on December 18th of 2021 was NEO Day, all right? It's a day when all of the NEO car lovers, it's literally a national holiday for them, all right? It's a really big deal in China where typically, the NEO car manufacturers and the stock in particular, it goes up in price, all right? So I just wanted to show you that. That was NEO Day. So I bought just before NEO Day, okay? So let's go here. This is NEO. Let's go back to a 6 month and let's see what happened in December, right? So I bought about here and I bought about here, all right? And I shared it with everybody on my YouTube page and look what happened. And I'm like, any day now, that's December 14th. I'm like, okay, where's the run? December 15th and December 16th, 17th. And guess what happened on NEO Day? It tanked all the way down to December 20th. It actually went down. And I'm like, okay, it's going to come back. We had a slight rebound and further down. All right. So I gambled and I lost. I only got into it for a swing trade. But now let me tell you or show you what I did to hedge or to make my money back. Don't get emotionally attached to a stock or a crypto. Now, yes, I lost the money in NIO, but I made it back with Tesla. So what I did was, let me show you Tesla here. Around that same time, okay, let's go 6 months. Here's what happened to Tesla around December. So December 15th, after the 18th, I bought in to December 20th. I bought in to Tesla. And I shared with my audience that I bought into Tesla at $8.95 exactly. So right around here, right? I bought it at $8.95. And I loaded up with enough shares. But what happened was I sold it for $11.78, which is about just under here. So I bought it for $8.95 and I sold it for $11.78. Okay, so look at what happened. So here, the yellow line is Tesla. The blue line is NIO. So when you come, let's blow this up a little bit. 1, 2. So when you come 6 months out, sorry, good people. So when you come to December 18th now, you will see that, boom, this is where the yellow line is NIO, remember? And it's coming down. See, I'm sorry. The blue line is NIO. The yellow line is Tesla. All right. So the blue line is NIO. The yellow line is Tesla. You see what happened. They both went down and they both tanked on December 20th. But NIO, the blue line, continued a downward trend as Tesla went on an upward trend. And boom, that's about where I sold out at. So I actually made money. And now, so what I'm going to tell you is, so the reason why I wanted to show you guys that is I'm showing you, I'm not just going to say, hey, I'm selling my positions in Tesla. I actually want to show you how you can actually make money. Now, I'm sorry, selling my position in NIO. Now, I will tell you that out of all of my conviction plays, NIO is the one I'm the most nervous about it. Remember, I always say once you buy a stock or a crypto, your job is to manage risk. NIO is the only thing that only position I'm in that I'm scratching my head. Not based on the price of NIO, because NIO is actually cheap, just based on the FUD. That's it, solely on the FUD. That's why, Larry, I'm making the decision to buy it on the Hong Kong market to where I don't have to worry about it being delisted. Okay. Now that's just me. If that's not you, that's not cool for you, then that's fine. Don't say everybody ought to do this or everybody ought to do that in the comments, please. All you have to say is, as for me, I'm going to do this. Or you say, you know what, I did learn something, Larry. But I want you to see what I'm doing, right? So what I'm going to do this time is, if I sell half or if I sell it all, I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do with that cash, right? I may just hold it and just pray that nothing happens or don't go down any further, and and then just take some fresh capital and invest in another stock and try to make that balance out, right? That's another way you could do it, right? So I'm not telling you to sell a stock that you're down in. I'm just saying, as far as a conviction play, I have low conviction on this right now. But if you look at TipRanks says that this is going to go up over 100%, right? The question I ask myself is, how long is that going to take, right? Now, let's say, how long is that going to take? Or can I deploy this capital somewhere else where I can make my money back in a quicker period of time? I believe I can. And I believe I could do it with Volta. So remember, we went over this chart the other day, right? Where Volta I've been swinging Volta, and I've just been making good plays on Volta. And I also have been buying Volta in another portfolio where I'm holding long, right? Remember, we went over this, that Volta can come back to the $7 to $9.50. And we were saying when I did my technical Tuesdays with Josh, so stop in on Tuesdays. So we were saying that it could come back to the $7 or the $9.50 area, right? But let's just look at where Volta is right now. Volta is at 459, right? Volta's at 459, right? So in order for me to make up my 50% loss in NEO, if I took that capital and rolled it over into Volta at 459 times 50%, 459, I'm just going to do an exact from where it is, times 50%. I only need to make an extra $2.29, right? $2.29 plus the $4.59 that Volta is currently at this moment is $6.88, right? So all I need for Volta to do is to come up to $6.88, right? Let me do it on a clearer so you can see this, because this is very important. $6.88 is where we need Volta to go, right? VLTA. So we need Volta to come back to, let's go 1 month, 5, 6 months. So we need Volta to not come back to $10. We only need Volta to come back to right here, back where it was December 29th. That's where we need Volta to come back to. So ask yourself, what's the likelihood of Volta getting there sooner than NEO recovering? I say it's very strong because it's an electric vehicle. Volta is charging station, and they've been making big runs, right? So what I'm doing is I'm going to wait till Volta come back down close to $4. I may deploy half of it now at this price. And if it dumps under $4, then I'll buy the other half, right? And then I have a stronger conviction of Volta reaching $6.88 than I do NEO coming back 50%. That's me. You guys let me know what you think right now. What is negative about NEO right now? It's not the company. It's not how it's run. It's not its delivery numbers. They're knocking it out of the park. With the battery swap, I love the way they run the company. What's weighing against NEO right now really is the geopolitical situation and the FUD between China and America. So that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it right there, good people. Make sure you check out all of the links, and now you'll see a new link down here called Moomoo. Okay, they have free promotions. Check it out. But I just wanted to leave that there. Want to let you guys know what I'm doing with my NEO, and that's the only stock that I have in my portfolio that's causing me concern. All right, good people. Tell me what you think, and remember, let's be respectful. Everybody don't have to get like you. I'm not telling everybody to do what I do. I'm showing you a way to recover, right? And so you don't have to do exactly what I do, right? Do your own research, and don't let anybody bully you into making decisions with your money and your stock and your investing, all right? I love you guys. Live, love, laugh, and learn.